Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel Dear Mathematics and also welcome to the chapter of matrices. In this particular video session, we are going to discuss about the types of matrices, that means different types of matrices. And also, we are going to discuss about the equality property of matrices. So let us discuss first of all about the types of matrices. The first one of the types of matrices is the row matrix. If a matrix contains only one row, is called as the row matrix. A matrix having only one row is called as row matrix. Any matrix in the compact form A is equal to Aij having the order m cross n, that means m number of rows and n number of columns, is called a row matrix if the number of row, that means m, is equal to 1. And also it can be denoted of by A is equal to, in the compact form, Aij of the order 1 cross n, whatever may be the number of columns, but the number of rows must be equal to 1. Then it is called as a row matrix. Then consider some of the examples. Example, let or here A is equal to 1, 3, 5 is a row matrix of order 1 cross 3. Here you can see that the number of rows is equal to 1 and the number of columns is 3. Let us consider another example. 1, 5, 7, 9, 11. It is also a row matrix. Is a row matrix of order 1 cross 5. So this is all about the row matrix. Row matrix means the number of rows must be equal to 1, whatever may be the number of columns. Then moving towards to the column matrix. The second type matrix is called as the column matrix. Column matrix means the matrix which contains a single column, that means one column. A matrix having only one column is called as a column matrix. In the compact form, a matrix A is equal to Aij having order m cross n is called as a column matrix if the number of columns, that means here we have taken it as n must be equal to 1. Then the matrix A is equal to Aij of the order, generally we can call it as the order m cross 1, because in place of n, as it is a column matrix, we can directly put the value of n is equal to 1 as it is a column matrix. So in the compact form, A is equal to the compact form of the matrix Aij of order m cross 1 is called as a column matrix. Let us consider some of the examples based upon the column matrix. It is a column matrix because whatever may be the number of rows, the number of columns must be equal to 1, and this is of the order 3 cross 1. You can see that the number of rows is greater than 1, but the number of columns is always 1, is called as a column matrix. Is called as a column matrix. Then let us take another example based upon the column matrix 2, 5, 6, 7. And the order of this matrix is 4 cross 1. You can see that the number of columns in both of the cases is equal to 1. That means these are the examples of the column matrices. Is called as a column matrix. After the completion of row matrix and column matrix, then let us move forward to discuss about the square matrices. Then let us discuss about the square matrices. If the number of rows and the number of columns of the given matrix are equal with each other, then it is called as a square matrix. If the number of rows is equal to the number of columns is equal to n, then we call it as a square matrix of order n cross n, or simply we can call it as the square matrix of order n. So here it is the definition: a matrix in which the number of rows is equal to the number of columns is called as a square matrix. If the number of rows is equal to the number of columns is equal to n, then we call it as a square matrix of order n cross n, or simply we can call it as a square matrix of order n. Let us discuss about some of the examples based upon the square matrices. Here the matrix 1, 3, 5, 8 is a square matrix. Is a square matrix of order 2 cross 2, or you can say that, or order, generally you can write down of order 2, as it contains 2 rows and 2 columns, and the number of rows is very much equal to number of columns. Then let us discuss about another square matrix of order 3. Suppose I have taken here 1, 3, 5, 2, 8, 6, 4, 5, 3 is a square matrix because the number of rows is equal to 3 and the number of columns is also equal to 3. Is a square matrix, is a square matrix of order 3 cross 3, or also you can write down it as order 3. After the square matrix, let us discuss about the diagonal elements of the square matrices. Then let us discuss about the diagonal elements present in a square matrix, because we can find out the diagonal elements in a square matrix only. So here it is the general form of the square matrix because it contains n number of rows as well as n number of columns. So it is called as the general form of a square matrix of order n cross n, or you can call it as the order n. The diagonal elements means these elements here where I is equal to j. These are called as the diagonal elements a11, a22, here it will be a33 dot 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 up to ann. These are called as the diagonal elements. The elements other than the diagonal elements are called as the non-diagonal elements. That means a21, n1, n2, a12, a31, a1n, a2n. These are called as the non-diagonal elements present in the square matrix. Let us consider about some of the examples and let us find out the diagonal elements present in it. Let a is equal to 1, 3, 5, 2, 8, 4, 3, 0, 5. Okay, let us consider that 4. Is a square matrix of order 3, because we have to write down a single time the order as the number of rows is equal to the number of columns is equal to 3. So instead of writing order 3 cross 3, generally you have to write down it as the square matrix of order 3. And you have to find out the diagonal elements here, and these are the diagonal elements. So the diagonal elements are 1, 8 and 6. So this is all about the diagonal elements of the or present in a square matrix. Then let us discuss about the fourth type of matrices, that is the diagonal matrix. Then let us discuss about the diagonal matrix. A square matrix in the compact form A is equal to Aij of the order m cross n is called as a diagonal matrix if all the non-diagonal elements are equal to 0. So let us consider an example here. A is equal to 1, 0, 0, 0, 3, 0, 0, 0, 5 is a diagonal matrix. Is a diagonal matrix because you can see that the non-diagonal elements are equal to 0 except the diagonal elements. A diagonal matrix of order n having the elements or entries d1, d2 dot 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 dn as diagonal elements is denoted by diagonal in the bracket d1 comma d2 dot 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 dn. Let us consider an example based upon this fundamental. Let A is equal to 2, 0, 0, 0, 9, 0, 0, 0, 4 is a diagonal matrix is a diagonal matrix, then it can be represented by, then it is denoted by A is equal to diagonal in the bracket 2, 9, 4. So these are all about the fundamentals based upon the diagonal matrix. Then let us move forward to discuss about the scalar matrices. Then let us discuss about the scalar matrices. To discuss about scalar matrices, first of all, we have to consider the diagonal matrices. That means we have to consider those square matrices in which non-diagonal elements are 0. But there exists another condition. A diagonal matrix is said to be a scalar matrix if the diagonal elements are equal with each other and the non-diagonal elements are equal to 0. But the diagonal elements must not be equal to 0. So here it is the definition of scalar matrix. A diagonal matrix in which all the diagonal elements are equal is called as a scalar matrix. A square matrix A in the compact form Aij n cross n, that means it is a square matrix of order n, is called a scalar matrix. There are two conditions. The first of all, Aij is equal to 0 for I not equal to j, that means it is denoted for the non-diagonal elements. And here in the second condition, Ai is equal to C. That means the number of row is equal to number of columns. That means those type of elements A11, A22, A33 up to ANN, and their value must be equal with each other, and we have considered it as C. And C must not be equal to 0. So the diagonal elements are equal with each other and not equal to 0. And the non-diagonal elements, all of the non-diagonal elements are equal to 0. Then we can call it as a scalar matrix. Let us consider an example here. A is equal to 2, 0, 0, 0, 2, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 2 is a scalar matrix. You can consider another example. Suppose I have taken 5, 0, 0, 0, 5, 0, 0, 0, 5 is also a scalar matrix. Is a scalar matrix of order 3. And you can say that here the diagonal elements are equal with each other. All the diagonal elements are equal to 1. And in the second scalar matrix, all the diagonal elements are equal to 5. But in both of the cases, you can see that the non-diagonal elements are equal to 0. And this is all about the scalar matrix. Then let us move forward to the matrix of identity matrix, or you can say that it is a unity matrix. A square matrix in which all the diagonal elements are equal to 1 and the non-diagonal elements are equal to 0. That means the matrix will contain two types of elements. One is 1 and the second one is, the first one is 1 and the second one is 0. All the diagonal elements are equal to 1 and the non-diagonal elements are equal to 0. Then that square matrix is called as an identity matrix, or you can say that it is a unit matrix. A square matrix in which all the diagonal elements are equal to 1 and the non-diagonal elements are equal to 0 is called as an identity matrix or unit matrix. The identity matrix of order n is denoted by In. Then let us discuss about the examples or some of the identity matrices. I2, it is 1, 0, 0, 1. You can see that the diagonal elements are equal to 1 and the non-diagonal elements are all 0. Hence it is a unity matrix or identity matrix of order 2. Similarly, I3, it is 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, then 0, 0, 1 is also a unity matrix, but of the order 3. So this is all about the identity matrix. Then let us discuss about the relation in between diagonal matrix, scalar matrix and the identity matrix. Then let us discuss about the relation in between diagonal matrix, scalar matrix and unity matrix. And I have taken here 3 examples based upon the respective matrices. The first relation is there, every scalar matrices are diagonal matrices, but every diagonal matrices are not scalar matrices. Every identity matrices are scalar matrices, but every scalar matrices are not identity matrices. Similarly, every identity matrices are diagonal matrices, but every diagonal matrices are not identity matrix. So here are the 3 relations in between the diagonal matrix, scalar matrix and unity matrix. And now let us discuss about the null matrix. A matrix whose all elements are 0. A matrix whose all elements are 0 is called as a 0 matrix or null matrix. 0, 0, 0, 0. This matrix is a null matrix, but of the order 2. Is a null matrix of order 2. Similarly, let us consider about the order 3. That means all of the 9 entries present in the matrix are equal to 0. So it is a null matrix of order 3. Is a null matrix of order 3. And it is the 7th type of the matrices. Then let us move to the 8th type of matrices, that is upper triangular matrices. Then let us discuss about the upper triangular matrix. In a square matrix, the elements below the main diagonal elements are equal to 0. A square matrix in which all elements below the main diagonal are 0, then it is called as a upper triangular matrix. In the mathematical form, a square matrix A in the compact form Aij is called an upper triangular matrix if Aij is equal to 0 for I greater than j. What do you mean by Aij is equal to 0 for I greater than j? That means the number of a row must be greater than the number of a column. That means those type of elements A21, here you can say that 2 is greater than 1, it will be equal to 0. A31, A32 is equal to 0. A41, A42, A43 is equal to 0 because 4 is greater than 1, 4 is greater than 2 and 4 is greater than 3. So these type of elements must be equal to 0. So let us consider an example here based upon upper triangular matrix. Let A is equal to, or you can generally consider here it is 2, 5, 3, 4, then 0, 3, 7, 8, 0, 0, 9, 6, then it will be 0, 0, 0, it is 3. And you can say that these are the diagonal elements, or this is the main diagonal. This is the main diagonal, and all the elements below the main diagonal, and you can say that they are equal to 0. All are equal to 0. Hence, this is called as a upper triangular matrix. Is a upper triangular matrix. Upper triangular matrix. Then let us discuss about the lower triangular matrix. Then moving towards to the lower triangular matrix. A matrix is said to be a lower triangular matrix if all the elements above the main diagonal are equal to 0. And in the mathematical form, a square matrix in the compact form A is equal to Aij is called a lower triangular matrix if Aij is equal to 0. Those elements are 0. Those are satisfying the condition I less than j. That means the number of row is less than the number of columns. And such type of elements are A12 is equal to 0. Here you can see that 1 is less than 2. Then A13, then A14, A23, A24, these are equal to 0. A34 is equal to 0 because 3 is less than 4. So these type of elements must contain the zero value. So let us consider a lower triangular matrix in which the elements above the main diagonal are equal to 0. It is 2, 5, 0, 0, 3, 7, 4, 0. Then it is 4, 6, 8, 9. And you can see that this is the main diagonal. And the elements above the main diagonal are equal to 0. So it is called as a lower triangular matrix. Lower triangular matrix. So it is the ninth type of matrices. Then moving forward to the last two type of matrices, those are horizontal matrix and vertical matrix. After the completion of these 11 type of matrices, we will move forward to discuss about the equality property of matrices. Then let us discuss about the horizontal matrices. If the number of rows is less than the number of columns, then that given matrix is called as a horizontal matrix. In the mathematical form or compact form, a matrix A in the form of AI of the order m cross n is said to be a horizontal matrix if m is less than n. That means the number of rows must be less than the number of columns. Then let us consider an example here. A is equal to 2, 5, 7, 3, 8, 6 is a horizontal matrix of the order 2 cross 3 because number of rows which is equal to 2 number of rows are there, 2 rows are there, less than number of columns which is equal to 3. So this is called as a horizontal matrix. Then let us discuss about the vertical matrix. Now let us discuss about the vertical matrix, which is the last segment of the types of matrices. If the number of rows is greater than the number of columns in a given matrix, then that matrix is called as a vertical matrix. In the mathematical form, any matrix A is equal to Aij of the order m cross n is said to be a vertical matrix if m is greater than n. Then let us discuss about an example here. 2, 5, 6, 8, 3, 4 is a vertical matrix. Is a vertical matrix of order 3 cross 2 because number of rows which is equal to 3 greater than number of columns which is equal to 2. So these are all 11 types of matrices that we have discussed in this particular video session. Then let us move forward to discuss about the very important equality of two matrices. Now let us discuss about the equality of two matrices. Suppose I have considered two matrices A and B. The two matrices A and B are said to be equal with each other if and only if there are two conditions. The first condition is order of the first matrix A must be equal to the order of the second matrix B. This is the first condition. And in the second condition, all the corresponding elements of both the matrices A and B must be equal with each other. So this is the definition here for the equality of two matrices. That means if both the matrices are of the order 2 cross 2, then suppose this is A11, A12, A21, A22, and these elements are B11, B12, B21 and B22. If both the matrices are equal with each other, then what we are getting here, then A11 must be equal to B11. This is the first. Then in the second condition, A12 must be equal to B12 because the corresponding elements are equal with each other. Similarly, A21 is equal to B21. And at last, A22 is equal to B22. First of all, we have to compare their orders, and if their orders are equal, then we have to move further one step, and we have to equal, or we have to see that whether the corresponding elements are equal with each other or not equal with each other. If they are equal with each other, then we can say that both of the matrices A and B are equal with each other, and we write it as A is equal to B. So let us solve some of the problems based upon this equality of two matrices. So here it is the first example. Given that x, y, z, w is very much equal to 2, 3, 5, 7. Already equality property is there. So just we have to find out the values of the corresponding by equating the corresponding elements. By using the equality property, of matrices, we have x is equal to 2, x is equal to 2, y is equal to 3, z is equal to 5, and w is equal to 7. Just this is the simple solution for the first problem. Then moving towards to the second and last problem of this current video session. Then we can conclude our video session for today. Given that x plus y, x minus y, p plus q, p minus q is equal to 6, 4, 8, 6. Again we have to go through the equality property. By using the equality property of matrices, we have x plus y is equal to 6, then x minus y is equal to 4 because the corresponding elements are equal with each other. This is the first equation, this is the second equation. Similarly, p plus q is equal to 8, this is the third equation. Then p minus q is equal to 6, this is the fourth equation. Just we have to solve the equation number 1 with equation number 2 and equation number 3 with equation number 4, then we can find out the required values of xy and then at last p and q. So solving 1 and 2, solving equation 1 and equation 2, we have x plus y is equal to 6, x minus y is equal to 4, that implies 2x is equal to 10, that implies x is equal to 5. Again by putting the value of x is equal to 5, we have x plus y is equal to 6, that implies 5 plus 1 is equal to 6, 5 plus y is equal to 6, that implies y is equal to 1. So here are the values of x and y. Similarly, as like this process, we have to again follow this process in for the equation number 3 and 4, and we have to find out the values of p and q. Solving equation 3 and equation 4, we have p plus q is equal to 8 and then p minus q is equal to 6. So it will be 2p is equal to 14, that means p is equal to 7. Here it is the value of p. We have p plus q is equal to 8, that implies 7 plus q is equal to 8, that implies q is equal to 1. So these are the values of x, y, p and q, and this is the solution for the example number 2. So in this particular video session, we have seen or we have discussed about the 11 types of matrices, and then we have discussed about the equality property of matrices, and at last we have seen two basic examples based upon the equality property of matrices. Till the next video, thank you.